Here we go. It's that time of year again. The heat is rising. The grass is freshly cut. And in South Philadelphia, there's a buzz in the air that only means one thing. Football is back. The Philadelphia Eagles are reporting for training camp, and the excitement among the fan base is absolutely off the charts. There's something magical about this moment. It's the official start of a new journey, a new chapter, and if you've been following the Eagles closely over the past few seasons, you know this team isn't just here to participate. They're here to dominate, and the first sign that this team is ready to get back to work. Quarterback Jaylen Herz pulling into the training facility, looking every bit the leader and star that he is. Decked out in his Jordan brand gear, no surprise there. Considering his new deal with the iconic brand, Hertz showed up with a quiet confidence. This is a guy who just won the Super Bowl and took home MVP honors, and yet there's no sense of complacency. He's not here to bask in last season's glory. He's here to chase it all over again. You could almost feel the electricity as he stepped out of his car, cameras flashing, fans lining the gates, and that unmistakable feeling in the air that this team is on the cusp of something special once again. Jaylen just got back from a trip to Greece, where he spent some time with Michael Jordan himself. Imagine that, the face of the Eagles sharing wisdom and stories with the GOAT, and now he's back, ready to get to work, ready to lead. And look, let me ask you this, are you ready? Are you ready for another season of Eagles football? Because I sure am. The preseason is just around the corner, and before we know it, the regular season will be in full swing. This team is coming back not just to defend a title, but to chase history. The vibes are strong, the roster is stacked, and the hunger is very real. Speaking of the roster, Howie Roseman and the front office aren't taking any chances when it comes to depth. On the eve of training camp, the Eagles made another smart move, reportedly set to sign defensive lineman Jacob Sykes. Now, for those who might not be familiar, Sykes is coming over from the UFL after a strong stint with the San Antonio Brahmas, where he racked up 19 tackles and 2 sacks across 9 games. That kind of production doesn't go unnoticed, especially when you're built like Sykes. 6'3", 277 pounds. He brings that hybrid ability to play both defensive tackle and end. Although he might be a little on the heavy side for an end and a bit light for the interior, still, what he brings to the table is athleticism and intelligence. Let's talk about the smarts for a second. This guy went to Harvard. He's an Ivy League graduate. Then he transferred to UCLA to play under Chip Kelly in 2022. So, not only does he bring versatility on the field, but he's got the mental acumen to absorb the Eagles' complex defensive schemes. He wasn't drafted, but that didn't stop him. He signed with the Seahawks last year, went through camp with them, and then made his mark in the UFL. That journey alone tells you a lot about his work ethic and determination. And here's the thing, Sykes isn't just some camp body. Sure, he might be a long shot to make the final 53-man roster, but he impressed enough in recent workouts to get the nod over guys like Joe Evans and Leonard Payne. The Eagles worked out all 3 of them, but Sykes stood out. That speaks volumes. His relative athletic score coming out of college was over 9. That's elite. Vertical jump, broad jump, shuttle drills. This guy moves well for his size. You want rotational depth with upside. This could be your guy. It's a low risk, high upside move, and that's classic Howie. But what really sets the tone for this season isn't just the new signings, or even the returning stars. It's the mentality. Head coach Nick Sirianni is approaching this 2025 season with a totally different mindset. This is a coach who's been to 2 Super Bowls in the last 3 years, winning 1, losing 1, and he knows firsthand how hard it is to stay at the top. What he's doing this offseason is impressive. He's not talking about defending a title. He's not reminiscing about parades and rings. He's laser-focused on the now. Sirianni spent time this offseason picking the brains of coaches from winning organizations. He wanted to know what it takes not just to get to the mountaintop, but to stay there. And you know what the common thread was. Presence, being in the moment, not getting lost in the past and not looking the far ahead. That kind of grounded focus is rare, and it's exactly what this team needs. He said it himself. If you're going to do something special again, it starts with the work you put in today. Not what you did last season, not what might happen 6 months from now, but what you're doing right now in the film room, in the weight room, on the field. That's how dynasties are built. Nick Sirianni is practicing what he preaches. He's not chasing endorsement deals. He's not writing books. He's not making himself a celebrity. He's doing the work, and that work started with reinstalling Everything, the culture, the situational football, the fundamentals, from scratch, stage 1. Just like last year never happened. That level of humility and detail is exactly why this team isn't satisfied with one Lombardi trophy. They want more. Sirianni knows that if he wants his players focused on growth, he has to live it too. If he wants them to be mentally tough, he has to be the toughest guy in the building. And that tone, that energy, that mindset, it's trickling down to every corner of this roster. You can see it in the way A.J. Brown talked about their Super Bowl rings. He looked at that ring, saw the wings pop out when you press a button. And as amazed as he was, his response was simple: we gotta do this again. That's it. No complacency, no celebration tour, just hunger. A.J., Devonta Smith, Saquon Barkley, they're all locked in. That photo of the three of them together with those rings wasn't just about showing off the bling. It was about unity, about the brotherhood, about a shared mission. And when you've got that kind of chemistry among your stars, plus a head coach with a teacher's heart and a CEO's mind, you've got something special brewing. Look, last year was legendary. That Super Bowl win will go down in history as one of the most dominant performances ever. They shut down Patrick Mahomes. They ended the Chiefs' hopes of a three-peat. The parade was unforgettable. I was there. Chip was there. 2 million people came out to celebrate in the streets of Philly. It was electric. But that's in the rearview mirror now. The real challenge begins anew, and Nick Sirianni is making sure his team isn't living in the past. That's a big reason why 2023 didn't live up to expectations. The Super Bowl hangover was real. You could see it in the sluggish starts, the inconsistent play, the lack of urgency. But 2025, it's different. This team feels refreshed, recommitted, rebuilt in all the right ways. The coaching staff has been retooled. The roster has been tweaked to address areas of concern. And most importantly, the mindset is back where it needs to be: hungry, humble, and dialed in. The road ahead won't be easy. The NFC is stacked. Teams are coming for the champs. But if you're looking for a franchise that's built to weather the storm, look no further than the Eagles. From the front office to the locker room, this organization is locked in. And it all starts right now at training camp. Now, while the Eagles are entering training camp with a laser-sharp mindset and a clear focus on repeating greatness, their biggest rival, the Dallas Cowboys, are already off to a chaotic start. It's honestly almost poetic at this point. Just 24 hours into their own camp in Oxnard, California, and the drama is already in full swing. And it all starts, as usual, with Jerry Jones. Let's be real. The Cowboys have been stuck in the same cycle for nearly 30 years. Hype in the offseason, dysfunction during the season, and disappointment in the playoffs, if they even get that far. And this year, the pattern is already starting to unfold. Jerry, his son Stephen Jones, and new head coach Brian Schottenheimer held their opening press conference. And it was a complete mess. Jerry couldn't help himself. He took not-so-subtle shots at both his franchise quarterback, Dak Prescott, and his superstar pass rusher, Micah Parsons. You can't make this stuff up. First off, Jerry basically threw Dak under the bus, saying, just because we sign him doesn't mean we're going to have him. He mentioned Dak missing time due to injury, using it as some sort of justification for contract hesitancy. Now, to be fair, Dak has had his injury issues, but this is your QB1. This is the guy you once made the highest paid quarterback in league history. And now, you're undermining him publicly on the very first day of training camp. What message does that send to the locker room? But it didn't stop there. Jerry also took a jab at Micah Parsons, or as he called him at one point, Michael, saying he missed 6 games last season. That's simply false. Parsons missed only 4. And even then, his impact on the field has been undeniable. He's one of the best young defensive players in the league. And instead of hyping him up or talking about his leadership, Jerry's throwing shade. It's tone-deaf at best and damaging at worst. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling across the NFL landscape as reports emerge suggesting that DK Metcalf, one of the league's most explosive wide receivers, could be heading to the Philadelphia Eagles on a massive contract. The news has sent shockwaves through the football community, sparking intense speculation about what this blockbuster move might mean for the Eagles' offense and the league at large. Although nothing has been officially confirmed, insiders hint that the deal could be one of the most lucrative in recent memory. potentially reshaping the balance of power in the NFC. Metcalf, known for his rare combination of size, speed, and catching ability, has been a standout player since entering the league. His presence on the field immediately transforms any offense, offering quarterbacks a deep threat that defenses struggle to contain. If the whispers hold true and Metcalf dons the green and white of Philadelphia, it could signal a bold new era for the Eagles, who have been actively seeking to bolster their receiving corps. In a competitive NFC East, the NFL world has been abuzz, with questions about the details of the contract and what it says about the Eagles' ambitions. Speculation suggests a deal worth tens of millions annually, putting Metcalf among the highest-paid receivers in the league. Such a financial commitment indicates that Philadelphia is ready to invest heavily in their offensive weapons, likely aiming to complement their star quarterback with a true game-changer at wideout. Analysts are already debating how this move could impact the Eagles' strategy. Metcalf's arrival would not only add a formidable vertical threat, but also open up opportunities for other receivers by stretching opposing defenses. This kind of offensive firepower could elevate the Eagles into serious Super Bowl contention, particularly if they can build around Metcalf with a strong supporting cast. Of course, the story remains in the realm of rumors for now, with both the team and Metcalf's representatives remaining tight-lipped. The NFL's offseason is known for its swirling trade talks and surprise signings, and this potential signing is no exception. Fans and pundits alike are watching closely, eager to see if this buzz will materialize into one of the season's most headline-grabbing moves. If true, Metcalf joining the Eagles would mark a significant moment for the franchise, known for its passionate fan base and storied history. The prospect of pairing Metcalf's elite athleticism with Philadelphia's offensive scheme excites many and raises expectations for what the team can achieve in the upcoming seasons. As the story unfolds, the NFL community waits with bated breath to see if this rumored deal becomes a reality, forever changing the landscape of the league and adding a thrilling new chapter to DK Metcalf's career. The possibilities are tantalizing, and the excitement is palpable. A major move could be just around the corner for the Philadelphia Eagles. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.